funny thing is we realized yesterday, we've been in the sport longer than you've been alive for. And it's like the weirdest thing that like the people I'm probably going to wind up working with are like born after 2000.
2002.
It's absolutely crazy.
My dad used to race when he was younger, and then he took me to the track one day when I was 5, and haven't stopped racing ever since. I'm a 7-time national age group champion, 7-time race of champions champion, junior world number 4 last year. Oh, Pumptrack world champion, can't forget that one. 2019 and 2018 national number 1 amateur girl. I'm really talkative before I race. I like to talk to people, have fun. If I'm serious, that's usually when I don't do well.
Okay.
Carly Kane's someone that I always talk to because she likes to do the same thing, so we're just always talking to each other, sometimes being a little too loud. But yeah, just kind of having fun beforehand and not getting too serious. Right when I get in the gate, I have like a routine that I do. I have 3 keywords that I come up with before I'm in the gate. They're usually the same, but relax is always one, because when I seem to over-anticipate is when I make mistakes. Around the track, I don't really know what I'm thinking. I'm just kind of going, yeah. But a main focus is just backsides, getting a good gate. That's about it.
Let's go a little more in depth with some of those things that you just talked about. Grands 2018.
Battle lane number 5, Payton Ridenour.
Win in 15-16 girls at the time?
Yes,
that main event?
I was 16.
That gave you the national number 1 amateur girls title.
Right.
Gonna get serious right now. Ridenour got a pretty good pop on this one. Gonna take it into turn number 1. But watch out for Lightning Lexus Colby. She knows how to get around the track pretty quick. Coming down that second turn, it's all right now. Colby going 1-2. Shriver's on the move. Donna. BMX Sharks on the way. Coming on down the line. It's all right now. Colby 1-2. We'll see what happens down this third straightaway. Shriver's on the move. Uh-oh. Ridenour says, thank you. I needed that. Coming back home. Ridenour, Shriver.
Okay, with that win, your new 2018 National 1 Girl is Payton Ridenour. Payton, I will see you on the stage in just a minute.
Was that a goal for you at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, it's always been a goal for me. I've always been super close to getting in. I've won NAG so many times, but it's a rider count thing. So if I don't have enough riders during the year, it's hard to get the title if there's other classes that have more. So we finally had enough that year.
I just want to say, this is great to the Z Crasby right now. Like, this is insane, but...
So were you following the point standings up to that race?
No, I honestly didn't even know I was in the running. I don't look at NAG points once during the year, and then I'm just chilling and staging, and I'm like, oh, that's me on the big screen, up for the title.
What do you remember about that night before getting in the gate, before that main?
Well, I went to McAllister's Deli right before my 8th, and they were on second round, like experts, and I was one of the first 8s. I was 20-something, and they were like starting 8s, and I'm like sprinting back because we walked there, and I'm like full-on 5-minute sprint back to the pit, get dressed, go up, and my 8th is like not in staging anymore, but on the hill actually.
Okay.
So got through that, and I fell asleep when inners were going in the mains, and I woke up and girls were going, so I was like, oh, I better get up there. So that's how that one went.
Junior women main event, down the big hill they go. King got a pretty good shot, but looks like it's going to be Ridenour taking this
Move
one.
on a little bit to 2019. You didn't defend your amateur title. You ran, I think, most of the junior women's circuit.
Yeah, I ran that all year.
Maybe just in general, talk about how your 2019 went running in that.
It was good, yeah. I won 12 junior races out of 14 that I went to, and I raced Belgium in Zolder for the World Championships. Whole shotted, of course, but I got 4th. That was that.
But were you on the outside in that one? I actually don't remember.
I think I was in the middle.
Okay.
When I have to do gate pick, I don't know what to do because USABMX always gives us gates, and then I get to pick my gate, and I have no idea. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, so I was at Rock Hill World Cup. That was my first World Cup last year, and I kept picking like 8, even if the closest person was in like 6. So, and the next day, so I got 8th, I think, and the next day, Ariel, my coach, said, just pick as far inside as you can. And that's what I did. I made it all the way to semis then.
Gate is down. The baby shark out there again making me laugh. I'll tell you what, hard to do that. Ridenour out in front. She's been hot all day going into turn number 1, please.
What has the transition been like for you to go from amateur to pro?
It is a little bit of a big gap because I go from amateur to racing someone like Elise, but I don't know. I don't think, like, there's not a whole lot of girls. It's definitely a different atmosphere because in junior, there will be a few girls that you know are fast, and when you move to elite, everybody's fast.
Right.
But
What's it like racing Connor Fields?
that was funny. I was in 8 and he was in 7, and I just snapped out of the gate and he was already at the bottom of the hill.
Oh, God. Sticking in 2019, because alongside racing BMX, you ran in the UCI Pumptrack World Champions. Talk about your experience, talk about how that whole thing went down.
So I went to Washington State earlier in the year with my dad, and I got a fully paid ticket to the World Championships, and at that time it wasn't a UCI discipline. Mid-year they said, we're racing for a rainbow jersey now, and it just...
They did that mid-year?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
And it just so happened that the World Championships was in Switzerland, so I said, I guess I'm going to Switzerland. I have an all-paid ticket there. And race day came, it was 32-second laps. It was super tiring. It kind of came down to whoever was the fittest at the end, because we did run them pretty back-to-back to each other once they got closer to the end, like 10 minutes within each other.
Oh, wow, okay.
I just showed up, jeans and long sleeve t-shirt, race bike, nothing different. Kind of made my way up through the ranks during the day. I qualified 7th, and then I was like 4th and 2nd, and then 1st. That was just the final run that I had.
Do you find you have to attack like a pump track differently than a racetrack?
Yeah, like with BMX, backsides are definitely really key, but pump track, one mistake and that's it.
Right.
BMX, you can kind of recover a little bit if you do make a mistake, but yeah, since it's such a matter of like tenths and hundredths of seconds, it's really tough. You have to be super precise.
2020 started off with a big change for you, switching teams over to Mongoose. Talk about how the deal came about.
Justin Posey talked to me in Houston at the National last year, and he said they were looking for some more riders. And then I went to Grand's and talked with
Paul. I can't. No. No. Can you not?
No, we're perfect.
No.
Perfect.
No, because.
No, it's perfect. I bet you I'm not even in the show.
No, you.
No, it's probably in the show.
So with the Mongoose deal, like we just saw, I have an amazing bike. Thank you, Paul. And yeah, then at Grand's I talked to the guys and the deal kind of came about, and now I'm here. I have a Mongoose frame, of course, with E6 carbon rims, Onyx hubs with my name engraved in the hubs, Peanut, Shimano cranks, Shimano pedals. I have a custom HRP Designs number plate and strength for 91 bar ends to support Sam in his road to recovery. And additionally, the brand new Answer fork with a tapered head tube.
This next one has absolutely nothing to do with riding. Can we call you an author at this point?
Yes.
We can call you. Okay, so you very recently became a crowd-funded author for a book. Talk about that.
So I wrote a children's book, A to Z BMX style, and I actually wrote it when I was about 10 years ago. And my Aunt Jennifer had books that were alphabet style for hockey and basketball, and we decided to make our own version, BMX style, and we found it on the computer last year and decided to try to make it a thing. And we had a $10,000 goal that we put on Kickstarter, and now we're almost done illustrations and then gonna get them printed and out to everybody. I'm super excited for it because there doesn't seem to be anything in BMX like that.
There's not a lot now.
And the book's hardcover, all in color. Yeah.
That's really cool. What has been your main focus riding-wise for 2020?
Just having fun, because during COVID, just a lot of the times people get in the slump and they're not as motivated to train or ride. So I've been just doing that a lot and having fun, keeping it fun, challenging myself. I kept myself busy during the shutdown by trying to learn some new things. I've been teaching myself how to juggle and do some juggling tricks. I've been jump roping a lot, doing some jump roping tricks, and besides that, I have a track in my backyard and I'm always changing stuff and just riding a lot. Rest of 2020, my plans are to just go to Grands, support the team, race while I'm there. And as for 2021, I'm hoping to maybe make the Olympic team, even if it's not next year, 2024 and then 2028, and also race the World Championships as an elite and make a World Cup meet. And defend my pump track title, of course. And besides accomplishments, I want to be able to manual a whole rhythm section.
Awesome. I think we're good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. This dude is still going.
Some of my favorite riders growing up and now are Mariana Pajone, Elise, Caroline Buchanan. Recently, I've liked watching Laura a lot, and Laura Smulders. And
okay.
Outside from the girls, I love watching Corbin ride and just his style. I really like watching Eddie Clarté ride. I met him at Pumptrack Worlds.
Right on.
Yeah, just and Philippone, of course. Paul Philippone.
That's not making it in there. Cut. Paul.
Got any more? You want to keep going?
How's that one?
That was good. Right up until I rolled off the first time.
Oh.
I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. Yeah, you can. It's the great thing. You can hit that. I got it.
That is pro.
Shut up.